1997, Atherton buoyant, Taylor not quite so. And here's the toss now to see which of the sides will take advantage of the strip.
Mark, you've won the toss.
Yeah,
decided to bat.
Yeah, decided to have a bat. Looks like a pretty good wicket to me, fairly even. Bit of grass there, but generally a pretty good test wicket.
Easy decision to bat first?
Oh, I think it is, yeah. There's a bit of cloud about, but no, I think it looks like a good even test wicket. I think, as usual, there'll be a little bit there for the quick bowlers first up, but you expect that on the first morning of a test match. But it looks like a good wicket.
No injury problems?
No, we've got a side as selected yesterday, so looking forward to the game.
Has the worry over your own batting form affected the build-up to the game at all?
Oh, I don't think so. I think more the fact that we've had a few injuries and our form hasn't been great team-wise, but individually we're going quite well, and we just hope to put it together over the next 5 days.
What does the Ashes mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot to every person, probably in both sides. And I said we're looking forward to the competition.
Good luck.
Thanks, Simon.
Mike, you've lost the toss, hard luck, but what's the team news?
We've left Adam Holyoke out and Mark Elam plays.
What's the thinking behind that?
Well, it just gives us a stronger bowling option, I think, at number 7. You know, we might need that here.
Must be nice to be in charge of a buoyant England team for a change.
Oh, for a change. Well, we did pretty well in the Texacos. We played some good, positive cricket there. I'd like to think that we can take that confident nature of our game into the Test match series.
I've got to ask you, are the Ashes coming home?
Well, I hope so. A long way to go, 6 Test matches. It's a long summer, but this is the start of it. It's important to get the initiative early, and if we can do that, we've got a good chance.
Now, with the first ball of the game, Darren Gough is the bowler, and Mark Taylor is taking strike.
And that's a great start for Darren Gough. Right on line. The ideal line against the left-hander. That's the weakness that Mark Taylor has shown. And he was nowhere near it. Well, worth asking. The umpire is Peter Willey. Good time to say good morning to Geoffrey Boycott.
Yeah, Darren Gough bowled a really good over. That's fairly close. He's just got the benefit of getting the pad just outside. Not as far as that.
Well, Devon Malcolm, like Darren Gough, lining one up just outside off stump. That's edged through the gap. No third man, just wide of Nasser Hussain. Perfectly safe as far as Matthew Elliott's concerned. And the first boundary of the day. Fast bowling. No doubt about that. Darren Gough strikes. And that was a gorgeous delivery, swinging back into the left-hander. Matthew Elliott is the first man to go. He's bowled by Darren Gough for 6. And England strike.
Well, Darren Gough did him with an absolute feature of a delivery. David was right. It was a gorgeous ball. It was pitched up, it swung, it got Elliott committed right through the gate. Look, that's an absolute peach.
Matthew Elliott the first to go. Greg Blewett is the man coming in at number 3. Great shot. Well, no hesitancy about that one from Mark Taylor. It was up there to be hit, and it's disappeared through extra cover at a rate of knots.
Yes, it was a very full half volley. It was quite wide. It's tempting.
That's out. Devon Malcolm now takes his turn to strike. That was a lovely, comfortable catch at waist height. And the catcher is Mark Butcher, a man playing his first Test match, helping dismiss Mark Taylor. Australia 15 for 2. Taylor fails again. He's gone for 7. And that's what many Australians would have predicted.
Well, again, I think it's pretty good bowling by Devon Malcolm. He's given him a juicy wide half volley. He's tempted him. He's hit it for 4. Then he's given him another one.
And so England now have 2 men. fresh at the crease. Greg Blewett yet to score, and Mark Waugh. And that's Mark Waugh opening his account for the day. No third man for the right-handers either. England have an attacking field, and quite rightly so.
Well, that is the one they want. They want them all, mind you. But Darren Gough has cleaned up Mark Waugh. And that is a tremendous blow for England. 26 for 3 and Mark Waugh gone. And Darren Gough, the man who's taken 2 of them. Devon Malcolm, the other one. And that is a tremendous performance from England this morning.
Well, Mark Waugh's experience wasn't enough there. It was another beauty from Darren Gough. It's a swing that's causing all the problems. Then that one just nipped back off the seam. But footwork could have got out there a little bit better. He just playing it from the crease. Wonderful spell of bowling. Put England on top this morning.
Done it again, but it's a no ball. Well, don't think the batsman changed his stroke there.
No, I think it was a beauty. It pitched and just left him. He's looking to play it to mid-wicket. Pitched off stump, hit the top of off stump, which means it's held its line. It's just moved a little away. As Blewett's looking to turn it through mid-wicket. Well, it's tight, but on the line is a no ball.
Well done. Straight after not getting a wicket from the no ball, he's taken one with a brilliant diving catch. That is very, very good cricket. Very good indeed. Nasser Hussain has caught Greg Blewett for 7. He's been given an absolute perler from Darren Gough. Got away with it with the no ball. And now Blewett has gone.
A good catching lot of England these days. They don't put too many catches down in the slips area. A lot of people have got good hands. And that's what you need. You need to support your bowlers when they're bowling well. And the Aussies are in huge, huge trouble.
Michael Bevan.
It's just about a square drive. I suppose you could say it was squirted away a bit on the offside. Caddick had it moving away in the air and Steve Waugh followed it. He plays that stroke pretty well.
Steve Waugh, it's a trademark sort of shot. Weight onto the back foot. 4 runs to him. That's a little bit of welcome relief. That's gone fine. And gone for 4. Good shot from Steve Waugh, no need to run. Played with the full face of the bat through the line of the ball. I think the one thing that has been evident this morning is that the pitch itself has played pretty well. Steve Waugh proving you can play through the line of the ball and find the middle of the bat. The pitch has actually played pretty well this morning. Beautiful delivery. And he's got him. Steve Bucknor, the man who just took his time before raising the finger to signal the dismissal of Steve Waugh. And that was another very, very fine delivery. Andy Caddick this time. Steve Waugh made to wait just for a couple of fateful seconds before the decision came. He's the first man for Australia into double figures today. But couldn't stay there long. He's out for 12. It's 48 now for 5. Ian Healy, the next man in, and Well, he has a reputation for getting his side out of trouble. He's certainly a man who has come into bat at times where things have seemed to put his side under pressure and ignored it totally. He plays his own way. But this is a situation which is going to require an awful lot of digging to get Australia out of trouble now. Has he got in? Yes, he must have. Ian Healy goes first ball. Andy Caddick reproduces almost an identical delivery that got Steve Waugh. And Ian Healy isn't going to do it this time. Australia in deeper trouble. 48 now for 6. That was the shortest stay possible for the Australian wicketkeeper. Well, England, understandably, are totally jubilant.
Good delivery once again. That away swing from the right-hander. Ian Healy following it a little. Ian Healy quite often walks, but on this occasion he's decided that he's going to make the umpire put the finger up, which Steve Bucknor did just again. A hint of outswing, and then it kept going off the seam. And now Andrew Caddick is on a hat-trick.
And the man who is going to be defending the hat-trick, as it were, for Australia is Jason Gillespie, fast bowler by trade. Well, if Andy Caddick produces another outswinger of the quality of the previous two, then put your money on him. But only if Jason Gillespie can actually nick it. And Caddick now has a ring of fielders in those slips areas. 4 slips, 2 gullies, a short leg is there. Well bowled. Alex Stewart tossed the ball up just to try and maybe con a few in the crowd, but yet another edge has been clipped. That's edged away. Simple catch for Mark Elam in the gully. Now that's Devon Malcolm at his best. We talked about the weakness of Michael Bevan against the rising ball. Devon Malcolm got that absolutely straight. Michael Bevan had nowhere to go. So the cream of Australia's batting has been blasted away this morning by England's bowlers. And now they're down to Jason Gillespie, the hat-trick watchman as styled by Ian Chappell, and now Shane Warne. Well, that's made it through the cordon. Mark Elam unable to get a hand on it. Well, more good news, Ian. Australia have reached 50. Andrew Caddick now to bowl to Jason Gillespie. Another edge. This one's dropped safely, though. It's gone to ground before the slips. It's gone through the slips. Wide of Nasser Hussain. 4 welcome runs in the context of this morning. 54 now for 7.
And that's out. A treat to be at Edgbaston as the 8th wicket goes down. Really remarkable that. Probably a flick onto the pad, into the slip area. And look at England's effort here. Australia's first innings, 54 for 8. New batsman is Michael Kasprowicz. Yeah, that's 4 runs. It was a strange-looking shot. It was just the top hand held on the bat as the bat swung through, but it went all along the ground for the gully area. That's a good shot. Really well clipped, nicely in line with the ball. He waited for the ball to come onto him. That might well be 4.
got through, and although the catching's been good, one or two have escaped the hands there. That's Nasser Hussain on the floor.
I think it fell just short. I think he nicked it enough. Yeah, it's very difficult that. It's just in front of him, and if he'd have got a left hand to it, it would have been brilliant.
Four more. And runs coming rather quickly now, especially to Shane Warne. Oh, it's in the air. That was a false shot. I'm not sure whether it was a slower ball, but certainly the bat came strikingly forward.
But suddenly gets frustrating, annoying. You can't get what should be easy wickets, you can't get them out.
Well, more runs on the leg side this time, and that's a fine shot. Very fine shot indeed. 4 runs at mid-wicket. Kasparowicz is the batsman. That's very well played by Shane Warne. Backed away from it, but angled the bat, and down it went, down to third man, and the runs are flowing again.
That's a better length. That's a good shot.
It's gone for 4, and the interesting change in the field was that Mike Atherton had come out but gone to mid-off. It just may be that a squarish third man might be the answer, but beautiful bowling and an excellent shot.
Out.
In the air. Oh, it's stuck. I'm not sure if it went smack into the palms, but Butcher's caught him again. And that, as Geoffrey Boycott was recommending, was bowled in the right patch. Flew to second slip, caught on the way, on the rise, so to speak. And Kasparowicz is out for 17. A fine innings, though. Caught Butcher, bowled Caddick, and it's 110 for 9. And that's a fine shot. It's pitched well up, and to the batsman playing defensively fine, but he's really seeing it well. He's hitting with the tide, over cover, top-class shot. That's in the air. That's to Devon Malcolm. And that is out.
Well, that was a terrific performance from the England bowlers. Not so from the Australian batsmen, who were never able to recover from early setbacks. Just Shane Warne and Kasparowicz down at the bottom there, 47 and 17 respectively, and 118 all out. And the bowling figures for England, magnificent. Just 3 bowlers used. Gough bowled beautifully early on, made the break through, 10 overs, 1 maiden, 3 for 43. Malcolm 2 for 25, and Caddick 5 for 50. We join the England reply now, with the second over being bowled as the 5th ball, and Kasparowicz is the bowler. He's coming to bowl to Butcher, and there are 2 extras on the board at the moment. Forward to Butcher. Be a relief for him. Oh, well, they've done him. The England captain has gone out for 2, and that was a beauty from McGrath. Absolute fracker. 8 for 1 England in reply to Australia's 118, and a very, very good ball from Glenn McGrath. New batsman is Alex Stewart. What he likes, the chance to square cut. We know that Steve Waugh plays it pretty well, but certainly no better than Alex Stewart. Oh, that sounds as though there might be something there, but Steve Buckner doesn't need to offer his opinion because the batsman's on his way. Mark Butcher has got an outside edge. Kasparowicz has struck, having bowled the no ball and had the boundary taken off him earlier in the over. 16 for 2 in reply to the Australians' 118. But game on our hands.
Good delivery there from Kaspovic. The one that just angles across the left-hander. Just a faint touch.
That one certainly bounced. That was extra effort from McGrath. You could see the effort as he got to the crease. Really dug it in. Wonderful delivery. That's a good shot from Alex Stewart. Straight down the ground. No real need to run.
Too much on the leg side, and he has been for much of the time he's been bowling today, Michael Kaspovic. Ball hasn't swung. That is good night nurse, and that is Gillespie at his best. He really hurried the stroke there, the stroke of the batsman Stewart. He's really got him hurrying, and Stewart is a good puller and hooker of the ball, and Gillespie has got through. That was definitely extra pace. Batsman was never there in that stroke, trying to hit it away over or just in front of square leg. It's Gillespie bowling to Graham Thorpe. In the air and between the fieldsmen. Steve Ward, Gully, Shane Warne at the third slip position, and it just split them. They place it well. Don't see him play too many false strokes with that shot. Glenn McGrath's come up against him before, but that is perfectly executed. Lovely roll of the wrist. Good stroke, and the outfield's fast enough here for that to be 4. All right, so McGrath now knows that Nasser Hussain can hook. You've probably heard about it before. Cracker of a stroke. It's a slower ball. Hussain has strike. McGrath is the bowler from the city end. Oh, there's another one. Two beautiful strokes. Thorpe at the end of Kaspovic's over, and now the first ball of McGrath's. Glorious stroke away through the covers, and the century comes up. That's for the team.
That's 2 shorts, and very well put away by Graham Thorpe. Now he's a man in form. He's a man who's not going to miss those. That's well turned away. That's 50 for Graham Thorpe. Coming at another very handy time indeed for England. His 20th 50 for England. Add to that 400s as well.
Nasser Hussain's one of the best players of spin in the country. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Again, the secret of that shot is how long he waited. Nasser Hussain gets 50. Vintage shot. Cracking shot. What a way to spell the message out. 100 partnership.
Thorpe and Hussain.
There's an opportunity, he's dropped it. Well, 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 he's one of the best fielders you'll see around anywhere in the world.
That's Michael Bevan.
That's a beautiful shot. This is where England have played it so well today. Good shot. Well, Shane Warne trying to go around the wicket to vary the angle. All he brought was a wonderful shot from Nasser Hussain. One run, turn away around the corner. Enough to bring up England's 200. And also brings this partnership up.
Of the second day of this test, we had an enthralling first day. Really has set up the whole thing for this 1997 summer. The Australians 118, great bowling figures on the right there, and England 200 for 3, with those two men, Thorpe and Hussain, in charge. 82 runs the lead for England at the moment. Now then, yesterday the pitch provided some problems for the batsmen. Geoffrey Boycott's out in the centre now to tell us what he thinks may happen today.
Second morning, and everybody's going to talk about, is it the pitcher's fault that Australia got bowled out for 118? That's always going to happen. The groundsman's going to come under pressure. Well, let's look at it. Dry day yesterday, a lot of sun. The cracks have opened a little bit more, but it wasn't the spinners or the uneven bounce that got batsmen out. It was length, particularly swing bowling in the air. There was a bit of movement off these fresh, greenish areas like that. But basically, it was Gough more than anything who pitched the ball up on a fullish length and swung it. And swing is in the air. It's nothing to do with the surface, it's to do with the atmosphere around. And he bowled a good full length that did the top batsman. There was some seam movement as well, but the Australians, when they bowled, all they did was bang the ball in halfway down there, which was too short, or they pitched it right up there, full half volleys, and got cracked away by Thorpe and Hussain. So all in all, the pitch hasn't changed much. It's still good for batting, and basically England are just outplaying Australia.
We're going to join play now in the third over of the morning. Shane Warne is the bowler. Graham Thorpe, the left-hander, is taking strike, and 3 runs have been added to the overnight total.
Well, it's well worth asking. Peter Willey is the man with the decision. Shane Warne desperately hoping for a chance here early in the morning.
And I'd say it's hit just outside the line of off stump.
That's well played. Swept powerfully and fine. It was a loose delivery from Shane Warne down the leg side. And Thorpe latched onto it very well. That's very close. Good delivery. But there was pace and bounce. It's only just flicked the top of the pad.
Yes, I think the fact that the ball went over the top of the stumps is probably a hint as to why it was given not out.
That's a great shot. Well, once again, if you drop short at this sort of pace, Graham Thorpe having plenty of time to watch that ball onto the bat, cracked it away through cover. That's nicely timed and beautifully placed through those 2 gullers. It's going to run away down to the third-man boundary for 4.
It is the 100 lead now for England.
That's well placed. That's through the gap at mid-wicket. That's going to run all the way to the boundary for Graham Thorpe and brings him his 5th Test match 100, his 3rd against Australia, and a very emphatic knock it has been too. chance here. Oh, once again, finds the gap perfectly, times it perfectly. Great batting. Edged away, but guided all the way down to that third-man boundary. The face was opened intentionally. It was safe all the way.
It's a controlled shot there from Nasser Hussain. Bowls quite a few googlies, Michael Bevan, and I'd say that Hussain picked that one.
Gorgeous shot is that, and that's what they've been doing. They've been picking the length, playing good shots, form, confidence is high, and just picking the bowlers off. They always play slightly with an open face, but look, right up on his toes, straight back. The classic shot.
I think that'll be buys. Yes, it is. It looked to me, might be confirmed by the replay, that it's landed in a foot mark and just run along the ground. That's a wonderful stroke. Just the way to bring up 100. And what a good century it is. Came in yesterday, played beautifully right from the start, was hardly played a full stroke all the way through. And a splendid knock from Nasser Hussain, who's now 103, 252 for 3. Getting in out at deep point, but he's not going to get that. Full toss outside off stump, got just the treatment it deserved. And that's very neatly played. Thorpe has picked it pretty well, knowing that he can just ease it around on the onside. Just a lovely little angle of the bat. Shot. That is a beauty. It's the penalty for bowling too short. Oh, it was a good stroke.
Crafting shot brings up the 150 lead, but short and wide again. We just mentioned about short balls, short and wide.
Beautiful stroke again. Record partnership. The fourth wicket was 222. Wally Hammond and Eddie Painter, the ones who used to hold it. Now it is Graham Thorpe and Nasser Hussain.
Australia have been switching their bowling around. They're missing Jason Gillespie, who is out, the news says now, for 2 weeks or so with a torn hamstring. He left the field in the final session of play yesterday, so no more from him in this match. Steve Waugh is just about to start his fourth over, third of the day. That's beautifully played, straight down the ground. At same full length, being met with a full face and with the middle of the bat.
Lucky. Very lucky. Just came off a little bit quicker than Nasser Hussain fancied it would. That's what he does, Steve Waugh. He's a strange sort of clever bowler. Mixes up his pace, it just bounces. He got tucked up for room and he got away with it.
That's edged away. Well, Steve Waugh unlucky again. First Nasser Hussain, now Graham Thorpe. Almost carbon copy shots, one right-handed, one left-handed, bisecting the slips. Flicked away. And Glenn McGrath can't get round in time. The 300 comes up for England for the loss of just those 3 wickets. And once again, coincidentally, the 250 partnership between Hussain and Thorpe. And at the same time, that's Nasser Hussain's career best score in Test cricket. OK, that's well played. The gap very much open, just wide of where Mark Waugh had been at third, fourth slip. That's been hit very powerfully. Well, not all is right with Shane Warne. Pretty much everything right, though, with Nasser Hussain. Thank you very much, he says.
Oh, that's well bowled, and it's quite well played. Hussain trying to get on top of the bounce, and the ball running down through slips. It didn't fly in the air, but a frustrating moment for Glenn McGrath. Good line, good length.
That's brought up the 200 lead for England, and I believe that 200 lead is insurmountable unless we have a lot of rain.
Well, that's a better shot. Just that little bit over pitched. And one good thing about Nasser Hussain is that he's very, very quick to come out onto the front foot. And that's his 150. He's got some very handsome falls in the classical way through extra cover. Oh, well bowled, beautifully bowled. Great sympathy with the bowler there. Nasser Hussain got trapped. Half back in the crease. Beautifully bowled. Grand shot. What a clip of the bottom hand put into that. It was just a little over pitched. Went through mid-wicket. That's in the air, that'll be out, and Thorpe goes. Well, that was the end of a marvellous innings, and he'll be very sad with that. The ball dug in by McGrath seemed to stand up there a long time, and Graham Thorpe was almost picking his place in the crowd to hit it, and eventually just scooped it. Port Bevan, Beau McGrath, 138. The incoming batsman is Crawley. And he's treated us that shot so often. The key to it all is the distance he gets forward with the front foot and the flexibility of the front knee. It seems to be automatic. It's come after years of practice based on natural talent. Oh, that's could be it. Yes, it's out. Crawley reluctant, and for a moment it might have given the impression that he played and missed, but there's no doubt about the jubilation behind the stumps, and John Crawley's gone for one. So a double breakthrough here for Australia. And this second new ball in his 14th over has done another small trick. 3:45 for 5. The incoming batsman is Mark Elam. Slower ball, well read and well hit. Lovely flick of the wrists, and that was a classic shot from Nasser Hussain.
That's a beauty. Almost as though he was waiting for it. It was cue pull shot. And he gave it plenty.
You know you're up against a tough customer when if you pitch up, he drives you through the covers, and when you pitch short, he pulls it away through mid-wicket. Makes life very difficult for the bowlers. Makes it hard for them to get the right length.
No one on the field except the batsman is going to be absolutely delighted about that. It was a ball from Steve Waugh that swung away, a little bit of bounce, and went between the fieldsmen off the bat. That's classic.
Well, those last two fours just highlight how difficult it is to bowl to Nasser Hussain. Slightly short last over from Kaspervitz. It disappeared through mid-wicket. On that occasion, a good ball, swinging out, not a bad length, and cracked through the covers for 4.
And the Browns only going to amble after that. Good reason for it. It was no sooner off the bat and flashing away, landing just inside the boundary.
Good shot. Well, that was all ease, wasn't it? Sort of a man in some sort of decent form. Full face of the bat, just ease through mid-off.
Well, this was economy of movement. Simple foot movement forward, nice position. And just clip it for 4.
Well, he's picked that perfectly and played it superbly. If Shane Warne has had a problem with his bowling in this match, it's been when he's dropped too short. And Mark Elam made no mistake with this one.
Shot. And another half volley put away beautifully.
Beautifully placed. That was the key there. It's been a feature of Hussain's innings that he's managed to find the gaps pretty much every time there's been a loose delivery. The 50 partnership coming up with his shot. Low full toss, just low down the bat, but timed well enough. Genuine half volley, nicely timed. Straight down the ground, one of the best shots you can play. Takes Hussain on to 196. $200 up for Nasser Hussain. What a great innings.
Great shot. He's only had, I reckon, on the replay, that will show that he only had a yard or so on the side of Mark Waugh to get that ball through. That's super placement.
His cover driving has been magnificent in this game. In fact, everything about his batting has been magnificent.
He's caught. Now Warne put a bit extra into that one, beat him in the flight, looked as though it got a little turn and found the outside edge. That's an end of super innings from Nasser Hussain. 270 made out of that total of 416 for 6. Very, very good luck.
Well, that's a standing ovation, well deserved. An innings right out of the top drawer. And in the end, it took a very good one from Shane Warne to get rid of Nasser Hussain. Robert Croft is the new man for England. The Glamorgan off-spinner. That was a slightly slower delivery, well flighted, and a little bit of turn there for Shane Warne. So the lead almost up to 300. I think 300 is plenty.
The single for Robert Croft.
England now 300 ahead.
Short and wide, all right, it was a bit of an edge, he flashed it in, but there was width, there was shortness of length. Was a poor ball. Didn't go where the batsman intended, but at the same time, I don't think he really got one ball this over, full enough in length and straight enough at off stump.
A great shot and brilliant fielding as well. Ooh, now that is nasty from just short of a good length. That's not going to please anyone very much out there.
Yes. That was a really good shot.
Very nasty. That is from just short of a length. The batsman might have been thinking for a moment about playing forward to that, but not then.
Short, hammered away, just, well, it's going to get forfeit. Should have been covered down at deep square leg by Michael Kasprowicz. You always get shouts of watch the spin. It's a classic error as the ball is hit like this. Every time it's hit this way, it's going to go just a wee bit at the end, and Michael Kasprowicz ends up begging for mercy. Oh, great shot. Oh, nicely timed. One for the Welsh to savour.
Mark Elam and Robert Croft, in the time they were out in the centre, had some difficulty with balls that lifted from just short of a length. One or two dicey moments there, and Geoffrey Boycott's out in the centre to give us his idea on the way the pitch might play today.
Yesterday, with the ball over 40 overs old, Kasprowicz bowled 3 horrific balls at Robert Croft. The third one was a real beauty, nearly hit him in the throat. And that will have pleased the England seam bowlers no end, particularly as they have a huge lead already with the good batting from Hussain and Thorpe. Now, if you look at this pitch, the key thing for the England seamers is to pitch the ball up, a fairly fullish length. I've marked here with my pen, round about this length. If we look carefully,
you can see the edges of the cracks are going. Just about here. And it's a fairly foolish length for a seamer, is this. The important thing is not to bowl short down there. The batsman's plenty of time to get out of the way or to cut it, and not to bowl up here too full and get driven. That was the mistake that the Australian seamers made. It was either too full or too short. When Kasprovic got an over right at Croft, 3 balls leapt at his throat. And that will be important for Caddick and Gough in particular, as well as Malcolm, to get it full round about this area, let the pitch do the work, and I think England got a great opportunity, if not to win today, to wrap it up basically early tomorrow.
Well, problems there for the batsmen at Edgbaston today, and we're going to join it in the first over. No runs added to the overnight score. Kasprovic is the bowler, and Robert Croft is taken straight.
And there are the first runs of the morning, played away square on the offside. Played away very well too. 4 runs. And England go on to 453. That's taken off, that's taken the edge. Very good delivery from Michael Kasprovic. Very little it seemed that Robert Croft could do about that, apart from start walking. He's out for 24. And England is 7 down now for 460.
Well, that will be quite encouraging to the England pace bowlers. That ball lifting quite sharply. Gough walking out on the field. Gough should be coming out on the field now, but as a bowler, not a batsman.
Great stop. Still worth 1. Might have been worth more, actually, if the throw had got past Darren Gough. The man backing up was struggling to get there. Good shot on the up from Mark Elam.
Ricky Ponting is absolutely brilliant in the field. Another player like Steve Waugh, who hits the stumps pretty regularly.
That's edged. That's the 6th catch in the innings for Ian Healy. Typical cavalier effort from Darren Gough, which comes to a brisk end.
Almost the shot of a man trying to give his captain a message, I think. Let's get out of here. I'd much rather be bowling than batting. And into the very safe hands of Ian Healy. Now second on the list to Rodney Marsh. And Andrew Caddick is coming in. I really don't see the point of this.
That one's been well struck and beautifully placed. Just the 2nd boundary of the morning. I suppose if there is a reason for England continuing here, it's that Mark Elam is still at the crease.
That got precisely what it deserved. It was only round about chest height. It was more a pull shot than a hook. If they haven't got one that takes the cover on the boundary. Very nice innings from Mark Elam, a half-century for him. 131 balls faced, and he's hit 7 fours. He's given him, so it must have pitched in line with the stumps and then gone straight on, or perhaps in line with the stumps and come back a fraction from the offside to the right-hander. Not at all easy for a bowler of that kind to pick up an LBW there, but at least it's done something good for England, perhaps not for Caddick. who's now wandering back with not much against his name. But has done something for England in that it's got them off the batting part of the field and has allowed their bowlers to prepare for the onslaught against the Australians. The declaration at 478 for 9. With Elam playing well, that'll give him a lot of confidence. He made a half-century last year in a test match up at Trent Bridge. 53 not out today. Robert Croft 24, Gough a duck, and Caddick a duck as well. No need for Devon Malcolm to come out there. Just a little bit of bowling for Australia on this third morning. McGrath wasn't used. Kasparovich finished up with 4. He's a wholehearted bowler, and he did very well out there. 39 overs, 8 maidens, 4 for 113. Bevan was used also, 10 overs and 4 balls, and he finished with 1 for 44. So at the start of the Australian innings, the England side 360 runs ahead after that declaration at 478 for 9. We join the Australian reply now with the two openers, the skipper, Mark Taylor, and Matthew Elliott. It's the first over. Darren Gough is the bowler, and he's bowling to Elliott. He's got the thick edge to it, and that'll be a very good moment for Matthew Elliott. He's off the mark with 4.
Oh, that's very nice.
Knows how he feels, and he's a great speller as well. Taylor's off the mark. Ball past square leg. They'll get 3 there, 1 for the throw.
That was a very good delivery. Straight at the batsman, and that's where you want the short pitch delivery to be, so that the batsman has got to do something. And that one wasn't all that short. Good lift from just short of a length.
Lovely shot. Handsome shot.
Well, Matthew Elliott will feel better about that. He was quite upright, but got the front leg nicely bent into it.
He's a good driver, Matthew Elliott, and also a good player of the pull shot and the hook shot.
Well, that's a terrific shot. A strange shot from an opening batsman. It wasn't all that short, but the sort of shot I've seen in one-day cricket. A little bit outside the off stump as well. But he middled it. It's gone before.
This Mark Taylor does like to play the pull shot. That was perhaps more of a hoik than a pull shot.
Oof. Ball, and that's the line, isn't it? He missed one a couple of overs ago outside off stump and makes no contact again now. But Darren Gough is finding it expensive to bowl leg stump either to Elliott or to Taylor. That's a fine shot by Taylor. He let the ball come onto him so easily.
Catch it! Catch it, and up they go. And that's not it.
Well, it's a terrific acting job if it wasn't by almost everybody in the England side.
Well, it is very difficult for umpires these days because a lot of acting does go on. And I think, as you described it, Tony, that might have been a good piece of acting. Certainly, the man who counts most, umpire Bucknor, although some suggestion that it may have gone from pad onto bat there.
Beautifully played. That's an immaculate cover drive from Matthew Elliott. Really took a good stride into it. Kept his weight over the ball, hit it all along the ground beautifully. And that gives another impression about the task still facing Australia. That's edged, squeezed down towards that third man boundary. and just beating Mark Elam in the chase. Well, it's swept from very straight, hence the arms in the air from Alex Stewart behind the stumps. Big cheer as Devon Malcolm gets a boot on that one. But Mark Taylor still gets 3. It's not going to be given. Always worth the shout, but Steve Buckner, very good umpire Steve Buckner. Enough doubt about this one. Reasonably straight, not quite sure where it's going to end up. That's gone very fine. Just glanced away. And 4 runs. 4 runs which bring up the 50 for Australia, this time without loss. Just a reminder that in the Australian first innings, when the scoreboard read 50, the wickets column also read 7. Just a few signs that the ground staff are taking precautions in case the weather turns. Now, evasive action required.
Now, Carrick still has 4 to come in this over, abbreviated to date by rain. That's the hook shot that Elliott has declined to play so far. It's almost as though he expected that one after the layoff in the dressing room for the bowler. Just got away from him on the second spinning bounce, as so often happens when you're fielding square of the wicket. And that's good running from Elliott to come back for the 3rd.
I think there's a bit there for him, and there's quite a bit of rough as well.
Fine shot.
Fine shot. Waited for that and chopped it away. Really excellent shot, that. That's another one dropped short, and there's no margin of error out there on the slow pitch. And really, England have got to get it together now. These 2 players are playing well, they've settled. And Robert Croft has got to draw the batsman forward onto the front foot.
The ball, all right, he's got a thick edge and he's lucky to get away with a 4, but that's the look of the game. Opening bats are entitled to that occasionally because you have to face the new ball, all the slips are up.
Well, that's short and that's hooked away. Terrific shot that by Mark Taylor. And that's 6 runs. First 6 of the match. Taylor certainly went for it. Well, another short ball. And that's 4 runs this time. It could be a nervous over from Mark Elam. Certainly, little medium pace has got no right to be bowling those long hops. And there it is. Well, that single is absolute gold dust to Mark Taylor. No half-century for 21 innings for Australia. And he gets one in the most important situation, just when his team requires it. comfortable 3 runs to Mark Taylor. Oh, well bowled. And that's the sort of contribution we're looking for from Mark Elam.
Headed in the corridor of uncertainty. Off stump, off the middle to about 2 inches outside off stump.
Fielded. And well backed up as well by Elam. But very good fielding. It's hit very hard into the ground. Well gathered in by the captain. It's a beauty. An absolute beauty.
A nice way to bring up the 50.
He's hit another one through there, an absolutely blistering stroke. Wasn't quite to the pitch of it that time, but it doesn't matter very much. It was a fierce stroke away to the left hand of the man at cover point. Yeah, but safe. It was well bowled. He put plenty into that and almost got the result he wanted.
That was a very good piece of bowling. Not only did he put in more effort, but he got the bouncer right on line. Elliott is normally a very good puller.
That was a real devil of a ball. Not all that short, and it flew. And no man at third man, so Elliott will pick up 4 there to go to 59. Total to 125 without loss.
That's a fine shot. Got into a good position. Managed to bring the bat down absolutely perpendicular. Oh, brilliantly bowled. That one has turned. That's the breakthrough that England wanted. Robert Croft has got the line absolutely right this time. And also just managed to find that little bit of turn that was good enough to beat. It was basically an orthodox forward defensive shot from Matthew Elliott. England have made the breakthrough at 133, and it's Matthew Elliott who's gone for 66.
He played almost with the edge of the bat, didn't he? Sort of opening the face. It did turn a little bit, but I think if it had stuck the full face, showed the maker's name, I think he'd have probably met it.
That's a fine shot. Beautiful footwork and a splendid way to get off the mark. Very dominating start there by Greg Blewett. 137 for 1. Outside edge, and it doesn't carry, but it carries to the boundary. And that's 4 runs. Mark Butcher there, but it dropped short. Oh, and that whistles through again. Another outside edge, and this has been Taylor's problem. Well, there were appeals right around the slip cordon, but that could not have been so. But it was certainly quick. Another cracking shot. It's gone squarer this time, but good footwork. Real attacking intentions there from Greg Blewett. Well bowled again. Well, that gets through him. Darren Gough is short of luck. The ball, when it beats the bat, either hits the edge or flies by.
This is a very good spell. Mark Taylor will just put that out of his mind and worry about the next one. It's a very good delivery.
Two more runs to Taylor. And another valiant effort by Darren Gough, but just dropping in pace now. He must be tiring. The 150's up, 151 for 1, 76 to Mark Taylor. That's a fine shot again, lovely footwork. Croft just trying to hold it up in flight, and Greg Blewett is right down that pitch at him.
One of the features of Greg Blewett's play is when he drives, he really gives the ball the maker's name. Full face of the bat. That's a lovely example of it there.
Still vulnerable outside the off stump. He seems to have a funny little movement forward with his front foot, and then he sort of draws it back. It goes that front foot, and then he sort of doesn't go anywhere. He doesn't go back. He doesn't go further forward.
That's a fine sweep. Fine in direction, that is. And it's gone for four. It's beaten the dive of the man away down at long leg, Mark Elam.
Good footwork. That's nicely over the top. No need to run. Greg Blewett opting not to try and test out Darren Gough's arm. Settling for one, but it's enough to bring up the Australian 200. Clipped beautifully over the top. Effortlessly, it seems, and it's carried all the way. Well, every now and again, Greg Blewett just picks his time. Judges it perfectly. He plays this so easily.
Oops, well, that's the first sign of anything really unusual. That was an amazing effort, that, from Andy Caddick. No danger to the batsman at all, but quite a surprise. That's very well played. Beautifully played, right on top of the ball, 4 runs. Cracking shot. There's a dive at square leg, but it was flashing over the boundary at square leg before he could really look, and just watch the minimum of movement but the maximum of power.
Yeah, he has a short back lift for the pull. Very short back lift. Most people, they see the ball dropped in short and they wind up with the bat high and whack it. He doesn't.
That is a nasty one. That has leapt at him from, well, just a bit short of a good length. It's got him again. And it's 231 for 1. And he's made a half-century. Good knock. He's seen some interesting cricket out there today. Saw 7 overs from the non-striker's end when Gough was bowling to Taylor. And now he's gone to his own half-century. Partnership between Mark Taylor and Greg Blewett, and Taylor goes to 99. For Mark Taylor. There's a lot of things I admire over the years in Test match cricket, and a lot of things I've enjoyed, but that is one of the best.
Squirting away. It's brought up the 250 for Australia. 252 just for one.
Of the 4th day. It was a great day yesterday. We've had 3 terrific days so far with fluctuating cricket and some wonderful stuff as well. And the Australians have been given a lifeline by Mark Taylor. Just a question of whether they can all grab it. And that's the state of play on this 4th morning. The Australians 104 behind, 256 for one, and Greg Blewett in terrific form. Well, one of the features yesterday, or one of the lack of features, was the fact the ball didn't swing very much. The thing that caught my eye, though, was that Robert Croft managed to get a few to turn. He's drifting the ball and spinning it as well. That could be very interesting as the game goes on. Here's Geoffrey Boycott now with his ideas about the pitch.
Yesterday, Robert Croft found the edge of Mark Taylor's bat. It was a ball that pitched very full in the footholes. Now, he didn't do that very often. He kept bowling at Mark Taylor's legs, so did the other bowlers. And I think there's just a little bit for him to bowl into. If he uses these footholes, floats it up, flights it, and entices Taylor to drive through the covers. Remember, he hasn't got one run through the covers off the front foot. And I think Croft's got to tease him. Get it up there, into the footholes, make him do what he doesn't want to do, that's drive. There's still a little bit in the pitch bowling from the pavilion end for the seamers. Carrick bowl well, got a bit of lift. Gough bowl well, so they've got to make the new ball count. So it's got to be a good bowling day for England.
Thanks, Geoffrey. Geoffrey Boycott with his ideas on the pitch and what might happen today. Well, we're going to join it now in the first over. Andrew Caddick is the bowler. England have taken the new ball. Greg Blewett is taking strike, and no runs have been added to the overnight total.
Go on.
Well bowled, no ball.
I reckon if Greg Blewett's going to play like that, it gives England's bowlers a better chance of getting him out.
And that's where the runs are coming again. Beautifully played, nicely timed. Swinging into the pads and flicked away on the leg side. And they run forward. That really is first blow to Mark Taylor.
Perfect was that, just didn't carry. Once you get him playing in that area, I think he's still vulnerable because of his footwork.
Just dropping short and then rolling.
Down the leg side, bread and butter shot.
And that's 4 runs. You see, Mark Taylor just leaned on that, let the ball come onto the pads and just leaned it through mid-wicket. They're from Headingley.
Give up, you Welshman.
Good shot into the gap. And the outfielder still running fast there. Ball races away from Robert Croft, and that's 4 runs. It's well played. It's worth the try from Devon Malcolm, but it is a shot that Greg Blewett plays particularly well. He has a real minimum of movement. So the 150 partnership comes up with a splendid drive from Greg Blewett. Beautifully played.
That's not going to do him any harm. That's a very good shot. Jeez, that's a beauty. The first one he hit a couple of overs ago was a cracking shot.
This man's a very good player of the pull shot.
It's a beautiful stroke once again. Blewett is wheeling the ball all over the park today. Glorious shot. He's done it again. That's a beauty. Now, Goff is looking for the swing, and Blewett has matched him with two lovely drives, one through cover and the other one just past the left hand of a man at extra cover. Mark Waugh in the Australian dressing room.
Mark Taylor has been so good off his pads right from the start of his innings.
And that's it. Very good square drive. Might not have come completely off the middle, but it is a brilliant 100 from Greg Blewett. It was a thoroughly good innings. Dashing and attractive and very, very entertaining all the way through. Just the sort of counter-attack you need.
That's glorious. He doesn't hold back, Greg Blewett. Whenever the ball's up there to be hit, he does so with a real flourish. That's got him. That's worked. And for once, that little tuck away on the onside, this time against the spin, has failed to do the trick for Mark Taylor.
I thought Robert Croft earned this wicket. 8th ball is bowled round that off stump into the footholes. See, that's outside off stump, quite away. Look where Alex Stewart was going to take it, and Taylor's trying to work him. I said that once you don't give him anything on his pads, then he's got to do something different. He wasn't prepared to cover drive. He's trying to work it from way outside off stump against the spin from the footholes.
Well, what a wonderful response to his critics. 327 for 2. Day 4 means war.
That has gone at a tremendous rate off the bat. He's played some glorious shots today, Greg Blewett. Nothing all that wrong with that delivery. Looked as though it was moving away a little bit from Blewett. Malcolm has saved it. Down that area, he took a very good catch to end the Australian innings, and now he's saved a couple of runs. And he's just strayed a bit too far towards leg stump there. It's a lovely exhibition of stroke play from Greg Blewett.
Darren Goff is finding out that you don't have to miss by much to get punished by Greg Blewett.
Catch it! That should be out. Eventually Steve Butt noticed, having pondered his decision, raises the finger. That was very good bowling from Robert Croft. Greg Blewett was on his way down, but didn't reach it. Couldn't control the ball once he just tried to defend. And Mark Butcher at silly point, taking these very simple catch under these circumstances. So the end of Greg Blewett, a very fine innings out of 125.
Good shot, beautifully played. Lovely footwork and a real clean clip of the bat there. Just look at that timing and the speed of the outfield. That's a fine shot too. Actually, it's a better bowling from Croft, but it's gone away for 4. At least he made Bevan play to the offside. I mean, that's where the fielders are. That's where he hopes to get that little turn out of the footmarks there, but it's a super shot. That's a good shot. Long half volley that one, and Bevan didn't mistake it. Good swing of the bat. And that's 4 runs. It's been true of the match right the way through, that any batsman who's hit a space with a good firm clip of the bat finds himself with a boundary. Well, that's 4 more. Beautifully played outside the off stump. That must have come off the... Oh, big... And call for third umpire. Tremendous throw, that. What appeared to happen is Bevan played the ball onto the boot of Butcher, which ball ricocheted out into the onside. Michael Bevan appeared to have plenty of time to come back, but there was a direct hit. In. No margin for error. Catch it, the sound went up. Must have been a bat pad, but it went square, just behind square on the offside. And that's in the air, and that is out, and he's got Bevan. Beautiful bowling, absolutely by design, no doubt about that. Put bags into it, got that little bit of lift.
Darren Gough just short of a length. Ball was climbing, but Michael Bevan pushing at it. Once again, the hand's just a touch too low. And ball flying off the shoulder of the bat.
So the 4th wicket goes at 393. Mark Waugh is the incoming batsman. Fine shot. Again, Croft drags it down, pushes it through, and that's very simple stuff for Steve Waugh. Oh, well bowled, that's out. Just the length. Darren Gough has done it again. That length just short of a good length. And a little bit of help from the wicket. But that must not take away from the real effort that went into that from Darren Gough. And what a big prize. Mark Waugh gets out. 399 for 5. Alex Stewart, the catcher.
New batsman is Ian Healy.
Come on shout there was from Robert Croft, trying to keep Steve Waugh away from the strike. Well, that's pretty well done from Gough.
Well, there might be quite a bit of booing there from the public who want to see some action and play, but I think that's a fair decision, actually. It's quite murky, and I wouldn't be surprised if we got a few drops of rain.
Healy has got that away behind point. It's one of his favourite shots. Might not have come right off the meat of the bat, but it certainly went fast enough. And there's another one now gone out towards square leg. The outfield will be a bit slower because of the rain. And Healy will get 3 there. He's looking for a 4th, but Steve Waugh isn't. Great delivery. He's bowled beautifully. Bowled wonderfully well yesterday. He's come on today and he's just tried so desperately to break through. Has done it twice. The outside off stump, I would imagine, playing the stroke in that fashion.
Well, he's causing problems, is Darren Gough, but good stride forward here by Ian Healy. Got out there.
There's no third man, and that's 4. That's a good stroke. The outfield will be damp. It'll slow it up, but not enough that the fielder might be able to catch it. That's a good shot from Healy. Didn't quite time that, but it's going to the fast part of the ground. It fairly races away down there on the, well, that's the eastern side of the ground. That's out. Unless he got a touch on that, that was absolutely plumb, I reckon, and it'll show up on the replay. Steve Waugh looked to me to be right across on his stumps from his normal stance position.
Well, that's good bowling from Darren Gough. He's kept his spirit up. He's kept on coming at the batsman. And jolly hard work. But he's bowled so straight. And I don't think there's any doubt about that. That's out.
The batsman is Shane Warne. That's well bowled. Warne got it away, so it's a nice shot as well. But it was very well bowled. Meant to be the in-swinging Yorker. Almost got it through.
Well, that one flies away off the top edge, but he does play the shot well. A bit of luck. The margin of error is so small, really. It's either a thick top edge which flies away like that, or it's a little nick that goes to the keeper. Oh, well bowled. That was lively. Oh. Well, he tried the big hit. There was no one out of deep mid-wicket, but the ball skewered off past Butcher, who was at silly point, and the arms went up again. Oh, well, he was always going for the gap, but there was a chance. Devon Malcolm once threatened it, but never made it. Oh, that's a big shot. It's a big hit. Dropped short, perfectly picked up, well spotted immediately, and that's 4 runs. And that's short, and it's whacked away again, and that's not good bowling by Elam, but fine batting by Shane Warne. That's Solanke, a substitute fielder. He's on for Crawley, and that's out. Michael Atherton takes a full-blooded cut in the gully, 465 for 7 now.
This catch well taken by Mike Atherton. Seemed to be hit pretty firmly. It was down low, but he was quickly there and made it look very easy. And that brings Kasprovic to the crease.
And there's another one. The medium pacer Mark Elam has picked 2 in the 1 over. Perfectly straightforward catch. Kasprovic has gone without scoring. Warner's on 24, and now it's going to be a very difficult target to bowl at for the Australians. England have done well. And an injured cricketer going out there to take his place with Shane Warne. Bevan will run with him. And if none of the 3 of them have ever done this before, it could have its comical moments. Got to be out. It'll be interesting to see how this comes up. Right, now Crawley comes around, picks it up. There's problems. Bevan hasn't taken off yet. He is very quick, but I doubt if he's got a chance, really. He's gone. He's gone. Very well done. McGrath is at the non-striker's end. Unlikely to be a batting hero. And he's gone. Straight away. Mark Elam has put and bowled Shane Warne. Well, that was quite a collapse for the Australians towards the end there. 5 for 46 they lost, and they finished up with only 477. I reckon they needed at least 510, and they probably really desired something like 560, but it wasn't to be. 477, and England did very well. There's 129 there for Taylor, and Blewett a lovely innings, and those bowlers undid them. Gough 3 for 123, I thought was superb all the way through the match. Malcolm Nunn for 52, Croft bowled well, 3 for 125. Caddick Nunn for 87 was off form compared with the first innings, and Elam came in and picked up those 3 late wickets, which made a big difference. 3 for 60 from 15.4 overs and 3 maidens. Now, this is the way it looked at the start of the England second innings. England needing 118 runs to win. The Australians, that same figure all out in the first innings by coincidence, and then 478 for 9 England in their innings, and the Australian cards you've just seen 477 all out with the purposeful bowling on the right-hand side there, and the 2 excellent centuries from Taylor and Blewett on the left. We're going to join play now with the first ball of the England innings. McGrath is the bowler, and he's bowling to Butcher. 118 needed to win. And 4 runs straight away. A beautiful stroke from Atherton. 11 off the first over from McGrath.
That's through. Well, it's all or nothing really for Australia. They've got a lot of close fielders up there. There's a ring of catchers. Oh, the third man. Big shouts. He's got him. Well, Mark Butcher is on his way. Kasprovic fighting back. And one Surrey man goes. Another one comes, Alex Stewart. Taking Michael Atherton to 5,000 in Test cricket. Coming back for the second, just for good measure. Oh, sweetly played. Well, the points are being scored in every sense by the England batsmen.
problem with that. I would say quite deliberately played over the slip area.
Well, Alex Stewart has shown that he likes to use his feet against Shane Warne. He did so on that occasion.
Well, that's gone at a decent pace off the bat. Beautiful shot. That's a fine shot. Well, that's a good shot. But that ball turned pretty sharply out of the rough. And Alex Stewart has clipped it away brilliantly. Oh, what a beauty. We've seen nothing better than that today, possibly throughout the match. Just a little fend away on the offside and a half century for the England captain. Cracking stroke. And that's it. 119. They only need 118, just 1 wicket down. And assembled up on top of the pavilion. There was a presentation to Michael Atherton for being the winning captain in this Cornhill series, and a very good performance he put up as well. I was very impressed with his captaincy all the way through and the way he kept his team at it. Then a presentation to Nasser Hussain for that wonderful 207. He was the player of the match, as indeed he was here on an indifferent pitch last year. After the game, I spoke with England captain Michael Atherton, and David Gower spoke with Australian captain Mark Taylor. Michael, that was a big win. Congratulations. Absolutely terrific to watch.
Yeah, really good game of cricket. It had all sorts for the spectators and obviously the right result for us.
Indeed it was. The bowlers on the first day?
Yeah, there's a bit of moisture in the pitch and I think a bit of humid atmosphere made the ball swing. And it was swing as much as seam that did it, and the bowlers pitched the ball up, got the ball in the right places, and we caught our catches.
But that first day obviously took everyone by surprise, players and watchers alike. How much was that good bowling? How much was that bad batting?
I think a lot of it was good bowling. I think the English side bowled a very, very good line. There was a bit of swing around and a little bit of seam, but had one of those days where we nicked everything. We didn't really play a lot of bad shots. There wasn't any wild ones. Steve Woy and Healy nicked balls. Mark Waugh bowled and Matthew Elliott bowled. Suggests there was no real big shots, just some good bowling. It's the way it went, but really needs someone to guts it out. Try and make 200, 250, and we'd have been right in the game.
What about when you were sitting in the dressing room and 3 quick ones had gone down just after you'd bowled Australia out for 118?
Well, the game was on a kind of knife edge then, and it's great that Nasser Hussain and Graham Thorpe played as well as they did in that situation when the game's kind of hanging in the balance. To play those 200s was terrific.
They've looked good players all the way along since the Australians first saw them together in Trent Bridge in 1993. How would you rate Nasser's innings here compared with last year against India?
The pitch was easier than last year, but the game perhaps didn't quite have the importance of this one, with this being the first of a long Ashes summer. And I thought, 207 against Australia here, that's as good as innings as you'll see.
The first game itself, well, it was a triumph for England. They carried most of the honours all the way through. The Australians fought back, but they weren't good enough in the end. It was a tremendous victory for England. Full congratulations to them, and from Edgbaston for the moment.